recipes that we're making today are particularly delicious roasted fish and crispy slaw wrap. So we're going to put that slaw together now because I want to give it at least an hour or so in the refrigerator with the dressing on it, so that all the flavors in the dressing will really have a chance to penetrate and season the food. The salt in the dressing will really help to break down some of the toughness of the cabbage. Makes it really, really nice. So we have a bunch of local vegetables here this fall. So we've got some lovely green cabbage, we've got some red cabbage, we've got really nice bok choy, we've got some shredded carrots, and we've got a bunch, a literal bunch of cilantro. I did pick the leaves off the stems and use that rough chop. All of the rest of this is just shredded. And what we have is a prepared balsamic vinaigrette. You can either use a prepared vinaigrette, making your own takes about 30 seconds. It's 2 to 3 parts of oil, depending on your taste, for 1 part vinegar, in this case balsamic vinegar, and just enough salt to bring it up to taste. So really simple if you want to do that, or just use prepared dressing. We're going to start with about half of a cup here, and then we'll give it a toss and see how it looks, and if we need a little bit more dressing. I don't want it to be slick with dressing because the salt in the dressing is also going to pull out a lot of moisture from the vegetables. So as it sits, that will make a little bit more dressing that reaches out. So that's the thing. You want it to be too soupy right now. Only going to get more liquid coming out of the vegetable. So let's give this a good mix. Very similar to how you would coat vegetables for roasting, such as broccoli. You really just want to see enough so that it coats all of the vegetables. I don't want it to be kind of gloppy with the dressing. And we use a little bit more. Quite a bit of vegetables here. And with most things in cooking, it's very easy to pull some back. So if you just add a little bit of time, you'll be all set. You add the whole thing at once and it's too much, kind of stuck with it. So add a little bit of time and then get back and get it off. That's great. So I'm just going to cover that with some plastic wrap. I'm going to throw it for at least an hour with some of those flavors macerate and all those know each other. For some fish.
So we're going to prepare our fish for roasting for our fish tacos. Really super simple. We have some hake here, which is white fish, locally sourced, inexpensive, really delicious. No need to use expensive fish here. Hake would work, cod would work, haddock would work, pollock would work. Really any lean white fish will work here. So whatever's local and fresh, absolutely use. You won't even notice the difference. You can either brush this with some olive oil, or I have an olive oil spray here. We're just going to liberally coat the fish with that. We're going to use a seasoning blend here for ease of use. We have coriander, chili, lime. This is salt-free. So we do recommend that you use a chili lime seasoning. It goes really well with the Central American flavors of the tacos that we're going to put together, but really any salt-free herb and spice blend that you like will work. Having said that, it's salt-free not because we're not going to add any salt to it, but that allows us to control the amount of salt that we're going to use. So I can season it with the flavors that I like as much as I want, but by using the blend that doesn't have any salt in it and adding the salt myself, I know exactly how much I'm adding. Just gonna add a good pinch of salt to each of those. And that's it. So that's on a greased half sheet pan. We're going to throw that into a 400-degree convection oven, so about 425 if you're doing it at home. Good rule of thumb for fish cooking is cook it at high heat, whether you're cooking it on the stove or in the oven, and cook it for 10 minutes per inch of thickness, and that goes for any fish. So if it's a little bit thinner, it will probably take 6 to 8 minutes. If it's thicker, about 1.5 inches, it will probably take 14 to 16 minutes. But about 10 minutes per inch at high heat should get you right where you want to be. Okay, let's assemble these wraps. We've got our fish that came out of the oven after about 10 minutes, perfectly cooked, delicious. We've got our slaw that's been sitting for about an hour in the fridge, so some of those flavors have really started to come together. The cabbages and carrots have started to wilt down a little bit, so it's a little bit more homogeneous, which is great. Looks good. And then we've just got some garnishes here. Suggested is about a quarter cup maybe of shredded romaine lettuce, which we'll just kind of use as a bed. We've got a couple slices of avocado. You can use 1, you can use 4. It really just depends on how much you like avocado. We'll use that many. We're just going to take a couple chunks of this fish here, lay it right over the top, like so. So these garnishes are all just suggestions. You can just have the fish and the slaw exclusively. It'll be delicious. You can change the vegetable garnish. You can omit it. That you can really customize it by changing the toppings that you use. So we've got our lettuce, we've got our avocado, we've got our fish. We're going to give that a good whack of the slaw that we have here. And then we're just going to give that a little squeeze of lime for acidity and brightness to bring everything together. And then with tortillas this size, I would recommend just eating them like a soft taco, just kind of folding them in half and eating them this way. If you have a bigger, like 10 to 12 inch burrito size tortilla, you can roll them up like burritos and then cut them in half. And you can either serve both halves for a big portion, or 1/2 of a full burrito size tortilla is a good portion for like a school lunch size portion. So super easy. Again, use any white fish that you like and that's local and fresh. You can use any combination of cabbages for this, and then use any herbs or vegetable toppings that you like. I really think that the lime at the end is crucial. That little bite of acidity and fruitiness kind of brings everything together. So simple, easy, make most of these things ahead and just assemble them to order. I hope you like it as much as we do.